Charlie Barber is a successful theater director in New York City. He owns a theater company and directs a play where his wife, Nicole, is a star. Nicole is a former teen film actress in Los Angeles, but left it to work in Charlie's theater in New York. They met each other, fell in love immediately, and married. They have a son now, Henry. Nicole was brought up in Los Angeles, where her mom, Sandra, and her sister, Cassie, reside. Nicole gets an opportunity to play a lead role in a television pilot in West Hollywood, so she decides to move there temporarily to stay with her mother and sister, and to take Henry along with her. Charlie's play will be running on Broadway, so he stays in New York to work on that. He would move back and forth to spend time with Henry. The once loving couple is now having marital issues and has thought of separation. When the movie opens, we see them in a mediator's office to make the process of separation smooth. They decided not to involve lawyers in the court in the matter. The mediator wants them to write down what they love about each other. He thinks it is a good idea to start on a good note. Both have written a number of traits about each other that they admire. Charlie loves how Nicole handles domestic conflicts, how she is a good citizen, how she cuts his and Henry's hair, how she is attentive when someone is talking to her, how she gives the best gifts, and how much of a good mother she is. Nicole writes that she loves how perseverant Charlie is, the way he devours his food quickly and wildly, how sentimental he is, how he takes care of his small tasks himself, the way he worked hard to become a director, and that he is a great dad to Henry. Charlie and Nicole are sitting in front of the mediator with their piece of writing. He wants them to read it out loud to each other. Nicole refuses to read it to Charlie and rages out of the office. Nicole is performing an act at the theater. We see Charlie watching keenly and taking down some notes in his pocket diary. After the play, the crew and the cast are grabbing drinks. People gossip about their separation as these two looked inseparable once. They toast Nicole for getting a TV role in Los Angeles. They congratulate Charlie as his play is going to be on Broadway in New York. Nicole sees a crew member, Marianne, whisper in Charlie's ear. Marianne is the one Charlie slept with once, betraying Nicole. Nicole gets upset seeing her with Charlie and leaves the gathering. Charlie follows. They take the train home. Henry has fallen asleep. Charlie pays the babysitter. Charlie says if Nicole wishes, they can stop seeing the mediator and do things themselves. He is okay with giving her more than her share when splitting things. They will get apartments near each other for Henry's ease. Respect is evident between this couple. They don't want to give each other a tough time. Nicole still cares to ask Charlie's opinion about her new acting offer in Los Angeles. Charlie has watched her act tonight and written down sincere suggestions for her. Nicole is happy to hear them as always. They have remnants of the strong bond they once shared. Nicole and Henry are now in Los Angeles, living with Sandra and Cassie. Cassie is divorced and a mother of two, who are playmates of Henry. Sandra is jolly and funny. She has been an actress once. She is a loving grandmother and absolutely adores Charlie. Charlie is also very close to Nicole's family. Sandra asks Nicole to wake up early in the morning and be positive even in this rough patch. Henry brews coffee for Nicole, who really likes it. Nicole is a little apprehensive about her new job on TV. She fears that it might turn out to be mediocre. She helped Charlie write the play he is soon playing on Broadway. She wonders if that play will gain more success than her television role will. Sandra tries to boost her morale. It is her first day on the set for the pilot. The crew gossip about her. They find her beautiful and great at acting. They are thankful for her divorce, which made her move to Los Angeles for this role. She makes a helpful suggestion for a scene. They think she should write besides acting. Nicole aspires to direct one day. She says Charlie always kept that role for himself. She never got any chance. Director's ex-wife suggests Nicole seek a certain female lawyer she had for her own divorce. Nicole doesn't want to hire one as per her and Charlie's mutual agreement, but gives in when the director's wife makes it sound crucial and much needed. Nicole is at the lawyer's office. Her name is Nora and is a divorcee with a kid. She is dressed to the nines and seems to assert herself through that. She is clever and has a don't mess with me attitude. She has seen Nicole's performances and commends her talent. She asks Nicole how she is doing. Nicole breaks down. Nora consoles her and promises to help her in every way if she hires her. She says she can relate to Nicole's pain as she herself has been through this with her abusive ex-husband. Nicole is quick to say that Charlie isn't a bad person. She wants to stay in Los Angeles as this is where she feels at home. Henry also likes Los Angeles, but Charlie would want them to move to New York to be closer to him. Nora says she cares about what Nicole wants, not what Charlie wants. Nicole knows that this separation thing will be hard on Henry. He might have to leave Los Angeles, which he wouldn't accept wholeheartedly. Nora asks Nicole to stay strong and know that this divorce decision is her freeing herself from what she doesn't want. She shouldn't feel bad about it. Nora flaunts her success at getting a celebrity client a lot of money in the divorce settlement. Nicole says she doesn't want any money out of this and wants to keep things amicable. Nora asks her to tell what has led her relationship to divorce. Nicole had a boyfriend and a life in Los Angeles. She felt that something was missing in her relationship, though. She had a chance to go to New York where she happened to meet Charlie at one of his plays. They instantly clicked and got together. Nicole found the missing part she always felt in her past relationship. Everything seemed fine to Nicole until one day when she started feeling unseen and unimportant. She was on her own as an actor, but after marrying Charlie, All she became was a small part of his theater. She felt overshadowed. She was in his awe and forgot what she really wanted. She would help him land ideas, and those ideas earned his theater success, but she got no credit to her name. Everything was being done his way. She had no say in anything. She wanted to move back to Los Angeles, but he wouldn't agree. She then landed a TV role being shot in Los Angeles. She felt something she can identify with, something she really wants. Instead of celebrating her achievement, Charlie made fun of it. He wanted her to invest her money from this role into his theater. That is when Nicole realized she doesn't want to be in this marriage where she can't have a world of her own apart from her husband. And also that he was unfaithful at one point. Charlie is flying to Los Angeles to visit Henry. Nicole intends to give him divorce papers. She wants Cassie to be the server. Cassie is reluctant to do so as she has amiable relations with Charlie and can't hurt him. Sandra wants Nicole to reconsider what she is doing. Nicole asks her mom to stop being concerned about Charlie. Sandra says she will remain on good terms with Charlie as she is with Cassie's ex-husband. Cassie and Nicole are furious at their mom, asking her to break contact with their ex-husbands. It is a whole comical scene. Charlie is here. He has a piece of good news to share. He has got a huge grant for his plays. Nicole exclaims in joy. She hugs him and congratulates him. He meets Cassie and Sandra enthusiastically. Nicole looks astounded at her family's behavior. In an awkward interaction, Cassie finally hands Charlie the divorce papers. He is in disbelief. He thought they would get separated without legal proceedings. Nicole says this marriage has no substance left, so divorce will wind it up officially. She wants to start anew entirely. They are good parents. They make sure Henry is healthy, read to him in bed, and spend quality time with him. They both want the same thing, which is to be there for Henry together. Henry is in the mood to have Nicole with him tonight. Charlie understands that. Nicole does want Henry to be with Charlie, so there is no competition and jealousy here. Nicole has drunk a lot and is a little tipsy. Charlie holds her from tripping. She tells him to stay in a hotel. He switches off the light before leaving. It is his trait that Nicole admires. He is energy conscious. Charlie is with a lawyer, Jay Merida, who is asking for a big sum in advance. He suggests Charlie take Henry with him to New York and file a case there, claiming they are a New York family. This will help him have Henry reside near him in New York. Jay thinks Nicole's case is stronger since her family is in Los Angeles. She got married in Los Angeles, and Henry was born in Los Angeles, so she might get to stay in Los Angeles with Henry. To counter that, Charlie has to make his case stronger. Charlie doesn't understand why he has to fight to prove his citizenship when it is a fact that they are a New York family already. He assumes Nicole is in Los Angeles only for her pilot and will be back in New York. Jay asks him to ponder on the fact that she has served him right here in Los Angeles. That means she wants to stay in Los Angeles. It means war. Jay is cutthroat in what he does and is loud. He thinks Charlie should ask the court to make Nicole pay him for the theater. Charlie says he doesn't want anything like that. Jay isn't stopping and telling Charlie the moves he should be playing. He has the plan to involve Sandra somehow and make her bear Charlie's legal expenses. Charlie says he can't do this to Sandra as he respects Nicole's family. Jay says they must portray Nicole as unfit for her role as a mother, so they should talk about her and alcohol consumption. Jay warns him about Nora's possible doings. She will portray him as a bad father, a workaholic, and the one neglecting his family. Charlie says he is a good father and Nicole will never make up lies. Jay wants Charlie to stop being so soft and gear up with the intention to win this case. He talks badly about Nicole. Charlie gets up to leave, saying that he isn't comfortable with Jay's approach. Charlie had to give someone Nicole's role in his play as she is no longer in New York. His crew talks about the estranged couple behind their back. Nobody knows the fine details of the issue, so they tend to assume whatever they feel like. Charlie is at rehearsals with his crew. He connects with Henry through Skype and stays in touch. Charlie had his tailoress stitch his and Henry's Halloween costumes. Henry is coming to New York for Halloween. Mary Ann asks Charlie to sleep with her as he isn't in a marriage anymore. Charlie refuses as this is a stressful time for him. Nora calls him to remind him that a month is over since he was served with divorce papers. He must hire a lawyer immediately, otherwise she will claim whatever Nicole should have. Charlie says he and Nicole have already discussed the splitting, so it doesn't make sense that now she wants all of it. Nora goes on to say that she will get Nicole full custody of Henry if he doesn't seek a lawyer on time in Los Angeles. Charlie can't believe that Nicole would do something like that. But Nora claims that she is saying and doing what Nicole wants. Charlie can see himself juggling his play rehearsals in New York and legal proceedings in Los Angeles. Charlie arrives in Los Angeles. Charlie tries to talk to Nicole about what Nora has said, but it doesn't happen properly. It is his time to be with Henry, but Henry is more interested in playing a treasure hunt with Nicole. Charlie yells at him frustratingly and asks him to get inside the car. The booster seat isn't fastened safely. Nicole helps Charlie to fix it. Henry doesn't want to wear costumes Charlie has got stitched for Halloween. Henry wants to dress up as a ninja, the costume Nicole has brought for him. Charlie gives up, seeing him not excited about anything else besides the ninja costume. Charlie is at a place to meet a lawyer but learns that this lawyer can't represent him because Nicole had already met him. Charlie doesn't think Nicole is doing so on purpose. The receptionist says one never knows. We see the society and divorce system inducing doubts and negativity in the minds of a spouse who otherwise respects and trusts his partner. Nicole did go to a lot of attorneys. Sandra helps Charlie to find a lawyer she hasn't seen yet. Bert spits. Henry is dragged along by Charlie while he goes to meet Bert. Bert knows the pain of divorce. He has been divorced thrice. He is the only attorney who talks like a human, and who doesn't capitalize on people's agony. He believes in respecting not only his client but also his opponent's client. Bert tells Charlie that he has to bear Nicole's legal expenses too. Charlie is shocked at the irrationality of these matters. Bert agrees. He advises Charlie to get a place to stay in Los Angeles instead of staying in a hotel. And that place is closer to Henry so that custody claims get easier. After meeting with Bert, Charlie drops Henry at Nicole's. They have a small chat about Nicole's hair before she informs him that she and Henry will be going to Cassie's for Halloween. It is better if Charlie doesn't join them. Henry can celebrate Halloween again with Charlie. Charlie doesn't look happy with this sudden change of plans. The ending of the conversation is a little bitter. It is Halloween. Charlie has dressed up as the Invisible Man. He is waiting in his hotel room for Henry. Henry is here. He is dressed as a ninja. He has a pumpkin full of candy from a trick-or-treating run with his cousins and Nicole. Henry says he is tired, but Charlie wants him to enjoy Halloween with him as well. So he takes Henry on driving around town. Henry mentions, amid the conversation, that he likes Los Angeles as he has friends and family here. They return home with very little candy in the pumpkin. Charlie calls Nicole to ask about her plan to stay in Los Angeles. Nicole asks him to let their respective lawyers do the talking. Charlie wants to discuss things without involving lawyers. Nicole snaps at him, saying she hacked into her emails and knows he slept with Marianne. They have a heated argument. Nicole hangs up on him angrily. She is at a party with people from a TV series. She makes out with a crew member, only out of spite. Nicole and Charlie are with their lawyers to discuss things. Nora says Nicole works in Los Angeles and wants to stay in Los Angeles with her son. She was born and raised here. Charlie must fly from New York whenever he wants to see his son. Bert reminds Nora that this family have lived in New York for a decade, so New York is their home, and that is where they all should move. Nora has all the counter-arguments well prepared. Charlie was offered a job in Los Angeles, but he turned it down. He knew Nicole wanted to move back to Los Angeles, but he didn't want that. Bert says his intention was only to maintain consistency for the family. Nora says if that is the case, he should have never gone to Denmark for 6 months for one of his plays. Bert is mellow and trying to make Nora understand that this isn't about winning and losing. It is about keeping a family's members together and making them trust each other's intentions. But Nora has other plans. Nicole says Charlie agreed during their marriage that they will spend more time in La. Charlie says Nicole was okay with living in New York after winding up her TV series. But now nothing that was promised or discussed matters anymore. Bert suggests Charlie give in. Henry is happy in Los Angeles, so he should let Nicole and Henry stay in Los Angeles. Because if the conflict remains, they have to go to court and Henry will be dragged into a matter which is surely detrimental to his innocence. Charlie can't let his son stay that far away from him. He is going to lay off Bert as his representative. Bert can't win with an opponent like Nora. Charlie is going to go back to combative Jay and hire him. Henry is on Skype with Nicole. He is at the hotel with Charlie. There is an electric breakdown in Nicole's area. Her main gate won't close. Henry and Charlie go to help her. Nicole gives Charlie a haircut as his hair is overgrown now. Henry has fallen asleep. Nicole asks to keep him at her place for tonight, but Charlie says it is his turn. Nora is satisfied that she is going to win against Bert until she sees Jay with Charlie. Jay is nothing like Bert, so she has to be vile to win it now. Nicole sees Nora get up and have cheerful small talk with Jay, the man she was just trash talking about a minute ago. Divorce cases are mere cases for these lawyers. They are now in family court. Jay says that Nicole was only a mediocre actor. It was Charlie who turned her into a star. Therefore, he is entitled to half of her earnings from the TV series she is doing now. Nora has taken off her coat and is in a revealing dress. She subconsciously uses the power of fashion to dominate. She counters Jay by saying that Nicole has helped Charlie with ideas for his plays, so she is entitled to half of his grant money. Jay argues that this grant money is for theater and to pay off its debts, the same theater that has raised Nicole to fame. Nora says Nicole gave a loan to Charlie to establish theater and she left her promising TV career to work in his theater. Charlie knows the whole money will be gone by the time divorce settles. It will be drained in legal proceedings. Nora mentions Charlie's extramarital affair. Jay mentions Nicole hacking his email account, which is an illegal act. Charlie wants to go to every extent to win this, so he has Jay mention Nicole's drinking lately. He exploits the situation to his need even when he understands the reality of it. Nicole is doing nothing different. She has Nora tell the judge about Charlie being neglectful about the booster seat on his visit to Los Angeles. It is likely that this couple is doing this on the advice of their respective lawyers. Both lawyers are cutthroat, and no character assassination and using out-of-context events is what they can use to win. The judge adjourns the court with a temporary decision in favor of Nicole. He assigns the task of evaluation to an authority before finalizing the decision. The evaluator will meet each parent in their place, talk to Henry, and see what is best for him. Charlie has bought a place for himself in Los Angeles. Nicole goes to meet him. She thinks it is better to talk as things have gone uglier in court. They first talk about Henry and his school. It is the topic they talk about with mutual interest. Charlie says he is losing all his money to pay Jay. Nicole is taking a loan to pay her lawyer. They both don't want Henry to be involved, but that looks unavoidable the way things are going. They are dreading the evaluator. It is absurd to examine and judge parenthood like that. They agree to sort things out between themselves. Nicole asks Charlie if he understands why staying in Los Angeles means so much to her. To her surprise, Charlie still can't see why. He says he never promised that they would spend time in Los Angeles. It was a mere random discussion done in good times. Nicole says he has been so self-absorbed to notice her during the marriage. She was unhappy in New York, but he never saw that. Charlie thinks that is untrue. Nicole sighs and shifts to the present times. She has worked here now, so she needs to be here. Henry too, since he has a school here now. Charlie reminds her of their understanding that once her TV series is over, she and Henry will move back to New York. Nicole says she doesn't remember agreeing to such a thing. Nicole keeps calling him honey during arguments, as she surely had in their time together. Nicole says she planned to stay in Los Angeles if Henry would love being here. Now that he is happy here, she wants to be here. Charlie was never aware of this planning. Both lose their cool. Nicole is angry at him for not respecting her desire. All he wants is what he desires. He wants others to submit to them. She asks him to respect what Henry wants at least. Charlie slanders her for putting things in Henry's head. Nicole says he is too distracted to give proper time to Henry. Charlie informs her that his play is canceled for Broadway since he is busy flying back and forth. Both verbally abuse each other, point out each other's flaws, and shout. They say things they might not mean, like finding their married life joyless. Charlie punches the wall in fury and dents it. Charlie wishes death upon her but breaks down in regret and pain right after saying that. Nicole hugs him. They both are sorry about whatever they said and whatever that is happening. Nora is preparing Nicole for an interview with the evaluator. She advises her not to be too honest about her drinking and other problems. The mothers are supposed to be perfect, and a little flaw in them can lose their image, so Nicole has to act as the perfect mother to the court. Charlie sets up his place for the evaluation. He brings in indoor plants and puts up Henry's artwork on the walls. The evaluator is here. She asks Charlie questions about his work and how he spends time with his son. She talks to Henry about what he loves to do with his dad and what he does with time with his mom. Henry has a lot of fun things to say about his mom. Charlie prepares food and they eat. The evaluator notices the dent on the wall. Henry mentions something about a cubette and knife Charlie has. The evaluator looks curious and finds it suspicious. Charlie explains to her that it is only a joke. He used to pretend to cut himself with this knife in front of Nicole as a joke, but never did so in front of Henry. While showing it to the evaluator, he accidentally cuts himself and bleeds a lot. The evaluator leaves. He is in pain and tries to stop the bleeding. Nicole won the case as Charlie dropped his claim. He will fly to LA and spend time with Henry. None of them asked to take money from each other in the settlement. The custody is 50/50. Nora tells Nicole that she had made a change in the clauses at the final stages, which have altered custody to 45/50 in favor of Nicole. Nicole isn't happy with this. She wanted it to be 50/50. Nora did so without her consent just to make her win be more colorful. We see Charlie forlorn in New York, doing his laundry himself and getting a haircut at a barber shop. He sings Stephen Sondheim's Being Alive in the club. It is Halloween time again. He flies to Los Angeles. Sandra greets him with a smile as always. Nicole has got a boyfriend, Carter, who is playing with Henry. Nicole is flourishing in her career as a director. She is happy and home. She meets Charlie with a welcoming attitude. He tells her that he is moving to Los Angeles as he has got a job here. She stares at him and absorbs this new change. They all get into their costumes. Charlie sees Henry reading something. It is the note Nicole wrote on what she loves about Charlie for the mediator. Charlie reads it and is in tears. She had written that she would keep loving Charlie forever. Nicole sees him reading it and gets emotional too. They have a Halloween party. It is Nicole's turn to have Henry tonight, but she lets Charlie take him. She ties Charlie's loosened shoelace. The movie ends there, showing us the remains of the love and mutual respect these two will always have for each other.